that's what made Umar in some situations resentful against his dad because how he left his mom. But what made Umar more authoritative over his mom is because once she was diagnosed with MS, um, the family found out the second husband wasn't taking care of her the way he should, and
Mm-hmm.
he was worrying about things that he shouldn't, as far as like other women per se. I don't know. That's what they said. So Umar felt like the family was letting that go on and not doing nothing. But at the end of the day, my grandma was still doing whatever she wants. She don't care. She's F him. That's how she that's how she operate. F him. I'm with the family. I'm going to the casinos. I'm going to the beach. I'm living my life. Like I don't care what he's doing. I'ma still do me. Um, but she wasn't like out here doing like entertaining other men or anything like that. She wasn't on that at all. She was more so worrying about the family and her own entertainment and enjoying her life. And her main thing was fish. My grandma loved fish. Like I'm talking about, you go in her house, she got like 6 fish tanks, big fish, ugly fish, ugliest fish you will ever see. But those was her babies.
Mm-hmm.
But she fish was her thing. So that's what she really cared about. But the fact that she got diagnosed with MS, and when Umar found out, he felt that a lot of people didn't stick up for her the way that she should. And then there was some court cases going on to get the rights of my grandma to be
Mm-hmm. Power of
her
attorney.
yeah, power of attorney.
Mm-hmm.
It was only two people that was supposed to show up. It always go to the oldest first. The oldest is Umar's sister, which is his oldest sister. She did not show up because I ain't gonna see why she didn't show up.
That
She
would
should have
be
showed up.
would that be Jamal's first child?
No.
Okay, so there's another because I was looking into this. I want to ask how much older is Umar's older sister than him?
I say like so. All right. So his older sister is all right. So it's by my step grandpa basically. So I don't know how that happened though. So I guess my grandpa was with my step grandpa first, and then went back
You
to
mean your
my
grandmother?
grandpa,
You mean your
and then
grandmother was with your step grand? Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and
Yep.
then went back to my grandpa, and then went
Mm-hmm.
back to my step grandpa
Mm-hmm.
type situation. Because my oldest aunt is not my grandpa's child. It's not Jamal's child. It
Right.
is my step grandpa's child. And my step grandpa, I didn't know he was there before my grandpa.
Yep. Yep.
Until I started doing the age. And I'm like, oh, how you older than Umar if Umar is my grandpa's child? But yeah, so she was with him at some point in time before my grandpa, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But no. So first she met my grandpa first though. My grandpa did tell me the story. He met her first. And then my grandpa got ventured off or whatever. And then my step grandpa came in and got her
Mm-hmm.
pregnant. And then my grandpa came back from like the army on
You
some,
talking about Jamal? Mm-hmm.
yeah, Jamal came
Mm-hmm.
back on like some stuff or whatever. And I'm gonna keep it honest. Jamal told me out of his own mouth. He was like, listen, man, he was like, she was a quick fling. Like he said, listen, just like old guys, just like everything, like it was just like I didn't think it was gonna turn out to that. And it just turned out to more. So like I guess my step grandpa had it first, and then my grandpa Jamal came back from the army or everything, like just on a delay. He wasn't completely out from the army.
Yeah, I
He came
understand.
back, met my grandma, thought it was gonna be a quick fling. She got pregnant, and then he had to lock in type situation. But then he
Yeah.
left back out
Yeah,
to the army.
the timeline that you're mentioning is a little bit different than what my research shows. What my research, and I could be wrong in my research, but I go based upon what Jamal has stated, and then there's an article that was written about him, and based upon that in the timeline, he was with your grandmother prior to actually going into the military. Okay, now that's based upon what what the article says, but as
Right.
of right now, I'm going to go with what you say, okay, because you're a family member. So basically, what you're saying is that your grandmother was dealing with Jamal for a while, but then your I'm sorry, go ahead. What were you going to
Right.
say?
So That part, I don't know how they had my oldest aunt first. Like, I don't know how my step grandpa got to my grandmom before Jamal.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
So, like, I found out that my aunt, which is Umar's, I always thought Umar was the oldest.
Yeah, a lot of people did. But
Right.
when you hear Umar talk, he'll say, "I'm the oldest son."
He's the oldest son. Right.
Yeah.
And then his sister, who's the oldest, because he got a younger sister, which is my mom, but his older sister is they don't have the same dad.
Right.
And that's where I'm like, so where did that come? Because they never talk about my step grandpa and my grandmom. None of my family never talk about how they first intertwined
hmm
type situation. They always say like, yeah, she was there first, and then that part get blurry. That part
Yeah.
get blurry. So if
Do you
Jamal
know?
said that, it's definitely facts. If Jamal said
Yeah.
that though,
Do you know how old your stepdad is?
my step grandpa,
It'll be your step grandfather. Uh-huh.
yeah, no, I don't at all. Honestly,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
I wasn't trying to. He was like he worked in my schools and stuff like that, but I wasn't. I knew he wasn't like my grandpa, so I didn't really. I wasn't really trying to like get him to know that much. I wasn't trying to get
hmm
him to get to know him that much, but I was around him enough to know about him. Like
Okay.
as far as like him cooking, him like cooking pineapple upside down cakes, him drinking
hmm
Heinekens, that was his things. Those
All
his
right.
things.
Yeah. Real quick, let me just let people know inside the chat room that this is Umar Johnson's nephew, because there are people who came in a little bit later and they're wondering. So this is Umar Johnson's nephew. Also, I just want to say I offered to put his cash app up here, and he's declined. So I just want people to be aware of that too. He says he's not on that. You know that he's doing
Yeah,
this because it's the right thing to do. And I much respect to you for that, brother. If we can go
yeah,
back
no
to
problem.
one of the things you were mentioning, you were talking about. I'd asked how much older is Umar Johnson's um, older sister? Do you know how much
Oh,
older she is than Umar?
she's I think like 4 years. I think she's like 4 years, 4 or 5 years older than Umar.
Okay,
Yeah, so
and
it's
you sure
not.
that's yeah? You sure that's his sister? That's
Oh
his
yeah, no,
sister,
that's
and
definitely his
not an
sister.
aunt?
No,
Okay,
yeah, that's not his aunt. No,
okay.
she's the oldest because she was the person that was supposed to get authority because she was supposed to be the what was the word you said again? I'm sorry. The
The power of attorney.
power of
Yeah, so, yeah,
attorney.
yeah. So yeah, let's go through that.
She was supposed to be the power of attorney, but she didn't show up because what some stuff that's her business. That's what she got going on. That's her.
hmm
But she felt like it was more important. So the next kin is Umar. So when Umar came, he shut everything down.
You
He
remember
shut
what year
everything.
that was? You remember what year?
Uh, 2023. I'll say like 2020.
Okay.
I'll say like 2020. Because during that time, my sister, my little sister, so my little sister was my grandma caretaker.
hmm
So
Oh,
so
before.
before he started getting all the women, my sister, and this is where my mom got into it, and I got into it, and all my uncles got into it. So outside of Umar, his brothers got into it. So, and this is why he told her, don't let none of the family in. So my sister was my grandma caretaker at first. At first, my sister, my youngest, I'm 29.
So
My
so
sister
he
right
was.
now is
I'm
24.
sorry. Okay, so he was telling the younger sister, who was the caretaker of your mom at that time, not to let anyone in.
No, he wasn't at first. So my sister, which is my grandma's granddaughter, so she was just like, hey, you can take care of Gungo and make sure she's fine. Cause we already know what Gungo like. We know the things that she want to do, stuff like that,
Mhm.
X, Y, and Z. So she was fine with it. It got to a point when he realized that my sister was letting her use like the phones and letting people come over and talk to her. He was like, oh wait, no, we're not doing that. They wasn't there for my mom when your step grandpa was treating her like trash, or when when um yeah, he was like, yeah, they wasn't there helping her when your step grandpa was treating her like trash, and they wasn't there when they had to get like the power of attorney. But it's like nobody can be there except for the oldest. It goes down. So the fact that the oldest wasn't there, he tried to hold everybody accountable for it. But he was saying like my step grandpa wasn't really taking care of her good enough. He wasn't washing her. He wasn't really doing nothing for her. He wasn't really worrying about her and stuff like that. And that's why he got my sister involved. And my sister was like, "Hey, yeah, I'll take good care of her, everything like that." And he kicked him out. He
Ah.
he kicked him out. But this the thing though. So it was my uncle living there, which is my step grandpa's son, which
Okay,
is my
that's
which is
I
my
got you.
youngest uncle. So
Mm-hmm.
he was living there. My step grandpa was living there, and my grandma was living there. The room that Umar is in, right? Because it's it's 2 rooms.
Upstairs. Mm-hmm.
Yep, there's only 2 rooms upstairs. My grandma got MS, so the steps is made wide for wheelchair accessible. Everything is long halls. So it's a bathroom downstairs, it's a bathroom upstairs. The room upstairs was my youngest uncle's room, which is Umar's room now. So my youngest uncle was there, and my grandma, and her husband was there. And when Umar came, he kicked them both out because now he had the power of attorney. Um, and then he had my sister come in, told her to not have these people back in here, things like that, X, Y, and Z. One day, my sister called my grandma, which is 2023, and that's what like bubbled things up. She let my grandma use the phone, and she called me, and she was like, and my grandma, my mom's side of my family, like Umar and them, they call me like Robbie. So she called me. She was like, "Robbie, like I know you're doing a lot. You're doing this. You're doing your thing. But like I know you're gonna come save me. Like I know you're going to come save me. I know he's the devil." And then the thing that I knew when the lady that was protecting Umar, because she said Umar is the devil. She said that. She made one comment and said he's the devil. That man's evil. She
Mm.
got that from my grandma. He she
So
always she always calling that the big black man, the evil man, the devil.
wait, well, hold on. You talking about Umar? She call Umar that?
Yeah, she called Umar the devil all the time. Well, not all the time, but recently. But it is a lot of reasons why she do that though. Because one, obviously, I wouldn't say because she doing bad things to her particularly, but like the lady said before, that my grandma is a Christian woman. Like she don't do that Afrocentric stuff at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like she
Mm-hmm.
is pro-black, but once you start talking about like the Nguzo Saba,
Yeah.
Ma'at, the
Or
Kiswahili, the
yeah,
Kahar,
but
yeah,
probably
she's
also though the rituals and the sacrifices and the ephod stuff. She's probably not comfortable with that stuff.
Yeah, she's definitely not comfortable with none of that. She
Mm.
ain't doing none of that. She's not with none of that at all. At all, at all.